All right. Thanks everyone for joining another episode of Crypto Chemistry. We have Oleg, the founder of DataVault, being built on the secret network. Oleg, how are you doing today?
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. How are you?
I'm great. Great to be having you on the show with us. We have Kem on as well. Kem, you there?
I am. Nice to see you guys today. Happy to talk about the Data Vault and what it's bringing to the secret network.
Yeah, totally. Oleg, would really love to just have you maybe in your own words explain a little bit at a high level what's DataVault and what's the problem that you're solving for.
Well, basically, DataVault came as a digital privacy data market, and it turns around to be a protocol that allows any front-end app easily to connect to and use the suitable features to actually perform trades of any kind of any content. There are content marketplaces of any kind all over the globe, as you know, but no one is truly decentralized. So I don't need to explain the advantages of the decentralization, right? That's it, basically.
Very cool. And so what kind of content are you talking about maybe trading in here? Is it media? Is it other kind of data? What do you see as kind of the main use case or the first area of the market that you're targeting?
Well, the most various is the better, because the protocol is designed intentionally in such a way to be generic to any use case. So any possible real-life use case, the app could easily integrate into the ecosystem and benefit inside. Therefore, no bounds for creativity for both content managers and content creators.
Interesting. That's really great. So what do you think in terms of kind of your go-to-market strategy? I mean, where are you going to develop first? What's the key user that you think is really going to love to use this platform?
Well, actually, we plan to contact content creators and create a suitable, comfort and competitive platform for them with lower fees than they use currently. Another thing is to adopt existing centralized content delivery platforms to use DataVault and bring them together with their users and their content creators, bring them together to us.
And currently, like who is doing this right now? I guess outside of like who's your competitors? Because I think some people want to know, how do we move away from some of these centralized entities to more decentralized? So like, who are you trying to kind of dethrone in this market?
Well, I won't say that I want to target YouTube directly, but platforms such as YouTube, such as SoundCloud, any indexed data marketplaces that already exist, all of them are targets, basically, and we can just create for them the right platform and bring them to the decentralized world.
That's tremendous. So in your view, it's content like YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, different places where content is being created and consumed. So if I'm a user and I'm coming into the Data Vault, am I buying other people's content that they've created? Am I paying to watch people's videos, to listen to their music?
Well, the best example will be the Secret Bazaar, the application that I already built to show a POC of how to easily to connect to the Data Vault. And there, both the content creator and the user could buy. The content creator will buy and upload its content. It could be a video, it could be an audio. It will be uploaded, encrypted, and the keys will be stored in secret network. And the users could come and to the specific item and to purchase it, so they can view the contents.
Is the Secret Bazaar something that a listener could go check out, right now and kind of see what you were talking about, or is that something you are launching in the future?
Okay, yeah. So it will be launched in testnet in a few days for the public testing. Currently, it's in internal testing, so it's nearly to be launched.
Okay, so you'd expect in the next couple days, let's say a week, so we don't tie you to a specific short timeline, but you think it will be coming out soon.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Can't wait to check it out, and we'll have to make sure we put up that link once it does become live, because I'm sure a bunch of people listening will want to see the use case.
Right.
Wow, yeah, I can't wait to see it. I really can't wait to see it. And that's fascinating. So you launched the testnet, and you'll be sharing that soon. So are you planning on using a DAO structure when you have this all live and kicking? I mean, what is your vision for governance and organization from a corporate side of things?
All right. So eventually, in the near future, the protocol will turn into DAO with a multi-sig wallet with selected members of the community as signers. The token shareholders with a specified minimum amount of tokens will become the curators of the content, which they will curate actually if the content integrity and its essence is what it said. So yeah, it will be a DAO.
Great. And so the revenue model for the DAO, maybe you could explain, is it going to be taking a fee from people who are transacting on the exchange? Where does the DAO generate revenue?
The content creators are incentivized directly by lower fees than any other platform charge, and the honest judgment of their content integrity and essence. They will receive a lot more profit than in any other platform for their content creations. This is about the content creators. The content managers are incentivized by revenue share with the protocol of the transactions they bring to the protocol. And furthermore, they are rewarded for any transaction with the DABA token portion. They can stake and be rewarded from the whole protocol revenue. So basically 50% of the shares are dedicated to rewarding the content managers to bring transactions into the protocol.
Okay, so it's essentially going to work almost like the content creator will receive some sort of royalty, but then the content manager itself will also receive some sort of compensation for actually bringing the traffic into the network and helping create this kind of, all these different sets of content that others can go and buy from, for example, the Secret Bazaar.
Yes, that's right. They will be incentivized both by the rewards and both by the sharing the revenue of the transaction itself.
Tremendous. Love it. And maybe just a little bit about your team. Are you the only person on your team? Who else are you working with?
Well, basically, I have an old friend that helped me in the contract development in the early stages. And then I had a couple of front-end developers that helped me to wrap up the Secret Bazaar DApp. But besides that, only I am here currently. I'm looking up to rise a huge team so we can grow up.
Yeah, no, that as you grow, it definitely, I have a feeling you're gonna want more than just you working on it. But no, that's cool. I mean, I'm sure it's nice right now that you can kind of focus on the actual protocol and really build it out right now. And I guess what I was wondering is, what is your background and what kind of drew you to this type of project? What inspired you to make this? I think a lot of people are interested in this product, but I guess how did you wind up here?
Well, I had been working as a backend developer in a lot of companies and environments, when crypto arrived to the world, I always had been wondering of the issue that everything in the blockchain is visible and there is no privacy totally. Acknowledging ocean and its downsides, it led me to think of a way to make the idea of a private data market absolute and fully decentralized. So here we are.
Yeah, and trust me, we we share that same question. I think we think about that quite a bit. Is when will privacy matter in the blockchain in Web3? And so it's cool to see projects like this that are kind of ahead of the game and already addressing that problem, because I don't see a scenario where privacy isn't needed in this area. So I really like where you guys are going, and I'm glad you're inspired to create this. So that kind of brings me just to I want to get a little bit deeper into kind of what DataVault is going to do. So I read the Medium post. I think it was, or actually no, it was a Secret Network blog written by Carter. I think it's a Wotzel, and I apologize if I said your name wrong, Carter. But I was kind of looking through it, and you kind of walked through how it functions, kind of the underlying technology and how the user would send the data and how it remains private. Can you kind of just explain how the data stays private, even though it might be stored on, let's say, IPFS, which is the Interplanetary File System, for those who may not know? Can you kind of just explain how that stays private and how the secret network makes your whole product work?
Sure. So we don't upload any big packages to the secret network directly because it's not feasible. So yeah, to upload the gigabytes of data to the secret network, to the contracts. So we do upload this into IPFS. IPFS is publicly viewable. So we would need to encrypt the data. So what we are doing is taking some AES keys and encrypt the data, upload it to the IPFS, and these keys are actually sold via the contract. So basically, when a user comes and want to buy a package, he doesn't buy this package. He buys only the keys to unlock, to decrypt the package. That's basically it.
Okay, so you're only able to get keys to view what you have the keys to. So you really can't view what's going through there unless you have these keys.
Right. So you can view the package, but it's fully encrypted. You can't decrypt it without the keys.
Okay. And then I guess from there, I just had a question about another thing I noticed was that talked a lot about modularity and the idea of this protocol being able to be built on top of. Can you kind of explain what you mean by modularity and how someone may find it convenient to use DataVault if they were to build something out?
Yeah, so I've tried to take real-world use cases such as I mentioned above, YouTube, SoundCloud, and to think of how we can manage them to be integrated to us. So basically, they need a couple of features, such as subscription, which is already implemented by us. So you can buy a kind of a channel, and this channel will be updated always, and you will get these updates with you will not need to pay anything furthermore for the data. And we have additional features like limiting the amount of sales, or limiting the sale to people with some password. This could be used as, I don't know, if you have any sale, for example, and you dedicate some password to people, and they will get something with the sale. They know the password. It's kind of a coupon code. So they have a coupon code, they get it with the sale, the same item. Or limiting the amount could be applied to, I don't know, a lot of various use cases.
Okay, so it sounds like the parameters can kind of be changed here to include, any any type of different group you'd want. So if, like you were saying, you could have a certain group that gets these keys, and then only that group would be allowed to view the information.
Right. Also, I wanted to mention that there is an ability to make a kind of a gift card by creating some SNP20 token and give that token, kind of sell this token to people with some price, and then publish items for sale with the token. So means that people could come and buy using this token, only this token, they could buy some items. So this model will be like a gift card model. So let's say some shop will want to sell gift cards, and then people with that gift card could buy, and only with this gift card could come and buy some items.
Okay, so I could see where this could spin into very specific groups, like let's say an NFT has a really strong community, and maybe they want to have like a very close group of people that get access to certain data or information. They could access it, but others could not. Yeah. So I guess I'm just kind of thinking about future use cases here. And then one thing I wanted to understand is, so you have users who are going to be both buying and then also selling data sets, but how does one know that the data is good, or how do they know that the person selling them the data is reputable? What is your plan kind of to make sure that the information in the data is quality and accurate?
Awesome. So we have a scoring system that has some sort of weight calculations, and will score any item and any seller. But that's not enough. That's just to make, you can see how much qualified this seller, or how much qualified this data set itself. But to make sure you are not selling any any other stuff that is already described, we have the curators. So any buyer can open a dispute on an item, and the curators will come and solve this dispute. And regarding to who is right, the buyer or the seller, the other side will pay with its collateral for that job.
Okay. So your reputation on this site will be pretty important then to the success of your data set. So if you're not providing quality data, if you're not providing, something that's going to give someone incentive to buy, they're not going to. And therefore your market will regulate itself, right? Things that are good and people like and provide quality information will rise up the ranks, and more people will have access, and those that don't will kind of fall off because they're not providing anyone with much help. So
yeah, but I want to add again, the reputation is not the main key here, because any guy with a lot of reputation, I don't know what he did, wash sales or whatever, could sell anything that's not as described. So means these items that are not as described will be refunded after the curator's job. So the curator will check that item, and if it's not as described, the buyer will get full refund. That's what's important.
Oh, okay. So that's a very important differentiation, because that's like you said, that you're not relying so much on the reputation because you have these checks and balances. It's really just the focus on the quality of the data, because that's what's going to drive use and people wanting to purchase it. So that's great, because relying on the actual data to be the value is what I think is important, so that you're not relying on one person or one entity. to basically provide you with this information or data.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the benefits. I mean, Oleg, as you were getting at earlier, that's the benefits of the decentralized model here, right?
That's right. So the reputation is important, but to be sure that you will get a full refund in case of any failure, it is important too.
Excellent. Well, hey, I mean, we're coming up on time here. I think this has been just a really enlightening conversation. The materials that you've put out in the blog post from Carter really helped explain a lot of questions I had around the project, but really want to make sure that any audience members have a chance to contact maybe your group in Telegram. Do you guys have a Discord channel yet?
No, we didn't set up a Discord channel yet, but we have a Telegram group.
Excellent. We'll provide links to that in the description here. And then aside from your upcoming Bazaar launch in a week or two, what should we be watching for next?
Okay, so we are currently at a stage where a first DApp is already built. The secret bazaar, yeah, you said beside that. So all the smart contracts of the Data Vault are fully written already and being tested on testnet as well. And we're applying going live after a couple of weeks to mainnet. And we are planning to have an airdrop in the near future. So more info on that to come.
Excellent. Can't wait to learn more about that.
Cool.
All right, Oleg. Well, hey, this has been great. Great to have you on the show. And we'll definitely be in touch. Can't wait to learn more and see what you guys come out with next.
It was my pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks again.